So one thing that I really like to test my burritos with is I like to test it with a vinegar-based and my hot sauce.
Right.
My hot sauce is something that I make at home. It is fermented. It is just like sriracha, except it's habanero-based, so it's a lot hotter. I don't have a name for it yet. We're not selling it yet, but I do enjoy making it, and I put it on everything except for cereal.
The one thing about doing these burritos, and the one thing I'm gonna like, so here, right? They offer a variety of salsas, and I think that the salsa is perhaps a secondary thing. Other places, their salsa is the primary, right?
Touche.
For sure, Larry's
Absolutely.
is the primary. That's his secret sauce, literally. Um, and like he does that even with his ranch, right? So there's different stuff. I get it when you said Norms, right? Because I've been to Norms and I've had their burrito. I understand. Again, that's one of those places where you're adding this secondary flavor. So we'll do this, but I will also, like with Larry's, I'm just gonna do the Larry one here. We'll see. We'll try their various stuff. Now we're gonna get this burrito. Well, what's that? So fork and knife burrito versus a tube.
Well, we ordered two burritos. We ordered the Antijitos Americano, and then we ordered the Antijitos standard burrito. The Americano is your basic in the hand, go ahead, take it anywhere and eat.
Right.
The Antijitos burrito has got cheese and
Oh, that's right. So
yeah,
it's got
and
all this
avocado
extra-
on top. So it's a presentation, and you don't really want to. There's no real hand place to put it. Though I have seen somebody actually do this by hand.
Sure.
So today we're going to be doing it by hand because I would love to try to replicate.
Right.
I don't want to sell this burrito as only a fork and knife burrito.
Right, but you're one of the only people I've heard ever use that term, and we will do that. Like I said, we will stick it next to this before we cut for size, and then we will begin to eat. I'm only gonna have half of the one and part of the other, but we'll get the full taste in, and then we'll talk about how it tastes.
Absolutely.
The other thing is, let's fill in some of the middle part. First off, this is my friend John, obviously. I'm Eric's. I'm the guy that did the breakfast burrito reviews before, and
I'm the guy who likes to eat burritos.
Oh yeah, and the funny thing again, right when I ended the reviews before, John had been thinking about talking to me about doing this. We never talked, and then in February when I started thinking about this again, I'm like, oh, I want to do it with John, but then I didn't talk to him. So then we just go over to his house, my wife and I and our kid, and their kids are playing, and I said, hey, do you want to do this with me? And he's like, yes. And then now we've talked. So
let's do this.
If you've been waiting to do something in your life, go do it. Go talk to the person, okay? Because they've probably been waiting. Anyways, so this is good. This is but so the Antijitos controversy was I purchased an Antijitos burrito in the past to review. So many people after the Larry's review were like Antijitos. Like Antijitos is one of the most requested ones. So I get it, and I drive to my office. I cut it on the plate in my office, and I open it up, and I married a Persian woman, and in Persian cuisine is a food called tadig, which is really like crispy rice. It could also be crispy potato, but still tadig. And I opened it up, and the Antijitos American style has this crispy potato, which I swear to God was a crispy rice. I got roasted for this, and rightfully so. But to be fair, and this is what we're going to get into today, is I was still off-put by the crispiness of that burrito, and I haven't had it for not ours. It wasn't something I had tasted before, and it's been since I last tested it, since I've had it, and also your taste change over time, so we'll see. John was a vocal. Well, you tell me, how good was that burrito for you?
I was a corner cottage lover, and I thought it was a staple until I tried this place. The crispiness of it was the surprise to me, and it was the best surprise. I've never had a burrito like that. I have always thought that, man, that would be great to actually, like, when you ask for well-done potatoes, you get a well-done potato, and it's not soaked by the time you get to eat it. This is not soaked by the time you get to eat it. You can put it in a car, put it in an Uber, get it out of here, get to your place in 15 minutes, and it's still going to be just as crunchy as it was as if you were at the window.
There. I also have to admit that I have a lens, right? So when I first did breakfast burritos, it was like 96. I was working for this company doing graphics work, and one of the owners would bring breakfast burritos for everybody. So that's the lens through which I have breakfast burritos,
Absolutely.
which didn't include
Yeah.
that. Sure, there was some potatoes, but this is also more the corner cottage argument, which is too much potatoes.
Too
right?
much.
So the argument about
Way too much.
the more modern quarter cottage, although in the old days when Dad ran the place, it wasn't like this. It was a really good, kind of half-half meat and potato. Son took over. It got a little bit more potatoy. Now with the new owners, I'm hearing all sorts of stuff, so I don't know.
I haven't been back.
Yeah, we haven't been back.
Don't know.
We're gonna do.
I've
that
only
one.
had Antijitos for the past year and a half.
That's not true. You've had others. So you got down the street. You done that one down there? The one on the corner? Shoot, what's it called? I can't remember again. Anyway, so I've gotten that one. I've gotten actually almost all the ones around here at least once, and we'll have to try that. And again, what's interesting for me is, or what will be interesting here is to see if people know we're coming. Will the burrito quality change?
Well, I'm glad you brought the burrito quality up, because here's my negative about this place is it's hit or miss in the cheese department. The cheese department. You wouldn't think it's a big deal, but it is. The one thing that ruined, I wouldn't say ruined, but definitely hindered me giving it a 10 rating was the cheese. It was almost like they put frozen cheese in there and was hoping for it to melt. So there's days that you get melted cheese, and then there's days you don't get melted cheese. I want to see what today's going to be.
We'll see. But what was interesting is that I would order the burritos, go pick them up. The problem is I put my name on it, and I use that name online. So there were at least 4 or 5 times where they would hand to me, "Here you are, Eric," and I'm like, and it was like the owner handing me the burrito. Yeah, so it's fair, and then by the way, always good, right? I think that one of the most interesting things about burritos is you get almost always a better quality product when the owner's present when it's made. So that's why you and I talked about this. Do we tell them we're coming?
Don't tell them.
To be fair, I'm going to let them work at it.
Yeah.
If they know that we're coming, they're probably going to make a change.
Yeah.
Or they're going to step it up.
They're going to get, exactly. It's,
But we'll deal with it that
you bring your best pitcher to the best game,
And to be fair, maybe that's kind of interesting because then that's also going to show their level of attentiveness towards the general public. If
Absolutely.
they can see us coming, it's likely they're looking around.
Yeah.
So ours should be done any second. This place is actually much more popular than it used to be. So even a year-ish, I was maybe even a year and a half ago when I was here last. This place wasn't as packed in the morning, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. They also pride themselves on that's the other thing. By the way, so Burbank is full of like this breakfast burrito pride, right? It's funny because even people in the post that I made about coming back have discussed what is it about Burbank and breakfast burritos. I don't know. The only reason why I started doing this is my wife and I wanted to find a good place that was open on Sunday, and then I posted about Larry's, and then everybody started posting about all their places, and I realized I was going to go place after place. To be fair, in the past there were some just sleepers. Like I'll say this, in the past the biggest surprise was Talleyrand. Like Talleyrand was the most inexpensive at the time, and I think I made the joke, does everything that like the Olive and Thyme wanted to be. Like it was almost identical to their offering, but way more flavorful. But to be fair, the cook there is was been there a long time, has been there a long time, and I think that he's perhaps a burrito aficionado.
I have not had the Talleyrand burrito. I'm so excited for it. I've had the chili bowl. If you have not had the chili bowl at Talleyrand, you might want to check that one out.
Okay, so.
But you did bring up pricing. How's the comparison in price now? I mean, here we are a year and a half later.
I think this is only $1 or $2 more each.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's $1 or $2 more each. But I'm not gonna like this whole thing was 2 Diet Cokes, 2 burritos. Tip is $35.
$35. 2 people to eat and have a beverage.
That's common nowadays, though. I gotta be honest. There's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of. I will think that we're spending $2 to $4 more per burrito, and in general, perhaps 15 to 25% more than I did. I'll look.
Yeah.
I put all the old prices in the old reviews. I'll do it in this review, but it's kind of everything's gone up, right? So.
Yes. Yeah, I did do some scouting on menus and prices and stuff on the list that I did make, and there is definitely going to be there's going to be some places that are.
You got to start putting stuff.
You'd think a little more expensive than you would ever want to pay, but there's got to be a reason for it, and I want to find out.
To be fair, that's what's interesting. I will say this: what I saw last time was that almost never was priced directly. Like I paid some burritos last time that were just bland, right? I mean, I'm not saying that they didn't have great, like, imagine, and look, I wrote this, so I think it was Olive and Thyme. It just was gorgeous. Quality products. I ate it and it was the most bland thing ever. Perhaps my taste buds were off. I don't know, but it was bland. It was weird. Then I went, like I said, to Talleyrand. Paid $8 or $7. It was nothing. $6. It was time. It was very. At the time, it was 12 or 15 at the time. This was like 8, probably. So
almost half the price.
Yeah, half the price. And it was the Talleyrand was amazing. And then this little spot on the corner, again, pretty inexpensive. And again, it was. I make these comparisons. It was what probably you would get at, say, like one of the mart, like it was a Handy Mart, if Handy Mart was doing them fresh, right? And so it's funny is I want to kind of give Handy Mart the chance. Like, what days are you doing them fresh, guys, and show up at that? Yeah,
never had one.
Really?
Never had one.
That was one of the classic places years ago, Handy Mart. But I think that they were doing them to order then, but I'm making that up. I don't know.
Now they pre-make and sit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so what ends up happening, I think, and when you pre-make burritos, especially with potatoes, they start to congeal.
Oh, absolutely. They congeal. The water goes into the burrito wrapping,
right.
the tortilla,
Right.
and yeah, I mean, it just becomes a soggy burrito at that point.
Right. Interesting. It's taking a while. It's interesting.
It's okay.
But I let them know they were videoing, so I think that again. But I don't mind this. I think that way that gives them a chance to take a swing, like a hard swing, and I'm good with that because I really just want to eat good food. You know.
That's what I would like.
I'd rather it be, and then also give everybody our experience, and then right.
Absolutely.
How many places do you think are there? Are there like 30 now?
What, in Burbank?
Yeah.
My list is going to be over that.
Right.
Yes, just my list alone. Never mind what you know.
And then the ones that I never got to last time that I absolutely want to try are like the Doghouse, because that I know that many people talked about Doghouse.
Yeah.
Many people talked about.
I'm excited for when we do Doghouse. There's a hidden menu item at Doghouse.
Oh, that's right. The other place that was the sleeper that really ended up being insanely good, was Little Nellie's, which it's this place over on Burbank, I think, Magnolia, I'm sorry. And they only do them Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
And they only do one type on Saturday, and then they do their variety on Sunday. So I went on Saturday, got the classic American style, eggs, potatoes. That one was that one I sent you. We got, because you brought something up about fluffy eggs.
Ooh, don't ruin that. Don't ruin them.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay. So
I want that to be a surprise.
That's a surprise. That, I think, that's what Little Nellie's had.
Yes.
Right? That was so not only unique, but really had it be a standout. So yeah, I want to try that place because that's a big deal about how you do your eggs.
Absolutely. I mean, there's multiple styles of way to do eggs, and this place that we're going to be talking about fluffy eggs at some point in the future here. I'm excited for.
Yeah, I hadn't even heard of that place. And so that's the other key thing is I know that you got your friend that has places. We should involve them, right, and see what they got, and we'll take a chance out to go look at some of those places as well, because I want to try all this. And then also we'll be going within 2 miles of Burbank.
Yeah, it'll be 2-3 miles.
Which brings us a couple of great places on Glen Oaks.
It does.
Range.
It does.
There's a little Armenian coffee shop that actually has outstanding food, but I have never tried the breakfast burrito. But it's again prominently displayed. It's interesting the competition. Yep.
This is us getting food, guys. Stand by.
So here they are. We got the knife and we got the American. Key thing, John and I had talked about knives. This is the key knife, okay? You have to have a bread knife to get the perfect cut. So also perhaps we do the size. So we have our fleshy for sizing. There it is. Okay? That's your fleshy for sizing. Now let's cut it right in the middle. Yes, I cut right through the avocado. Alright, so make it. Then I will turn it towards you, Mr. John. And I will pull my side out so we can get a shot in there. Oh wow, actually. Looking insanely good.
Look at all that crispiness in there.
Insane, dude. Actually, that looks good. I know my mouth's watering.
The
Yeah.
one difference on this burrito here is that there is definitely sausage in there, but there's also the black beans
Right.
and the pico.
That's different.
It's a very, very...
It's not as crispy as it was in the past. All right, now we're going to do the American style. Pull it out of here. Once more, we're going to bring in the plushie for sizing. This will be our plushie for the entire time. This gives you an idea of the size of the burrito. And then let us cut it right down the middle. Slowly. Oh yeah, this is crispier. Holy crud, is this crispier? Oh my god, this is crispier. You can feel it. And I will turn the burrito towards us. Let's take a look. Look at that. So there, by the way, there's what you were talking about.
Yes, and there's the cheese, the unmelted cheese.
Unmelted cheese. But
you know,
melted as fuck here, a little bit unmelted here, but perhaps that's the style, right?
Maybe that's the style.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to take this half. I'm going to put it here. I'm going to take your half. Put this here. And we will each have some burritos. Look at that. So this is the Antijitos style. This actually looks delicious. And to be fair, this is what everybody says. They would say, you ate the wrong one. You should have had this one. Well, fine.
We rolling.
Okay, well now, I'm going to actually do the American first because this is the one I'd originally had. It's the one I also originally had an attitude about. Just looking at the two, I'm not going to lie, I can see that the other one is much cheesier, look at that. I mean, that's insane, right? The difference between the two is stark, right? You can see the fat on you can see the fat on this is much more prominent, which I like, to be honest. Nothing wrong with this, but I think that this is where the key breakdown was. Everybody wanted me to have eaten this, but what I'd gotten was this. I'm going to try this first, though.
And
what are you going to do first?
I am going to, I've always forked and knife.
Oh yeah,
the Antijitos. I'm going to try to hand this Antijitos style.
I'm going to drop a little bit of their red on this.
And I'm going to go with an au naturel bite at first.
At first? Here we go. Oh. Nice. You went with the other. Okay.
Oh, yeah. That's great. It's cheesy. It's not, you can't individualize anything in here. Everything is kind of all together, congealed. It's all mixed. Whereas I believe yours, you can definitely taste the separations.
Right. I will say this. It's nowhere near as crispy as it was the last time I did this. It was very crispy, honestly. I think I had it in the picture too. It was almost like a bag. This is not that. Although the cheese isn't melted like we talked about, I'm having another bite without salsa this time.
That's good. You don't even need salsa.
They're doing the pico de gallo.
Ooh, right? They get some good pico in there.
This is better than before.
Excellent. All right. So one thing that I also had talked about earlier is the vinegar based and a ferment based, like sriracha. So
what do you think? The Americano. Which one are we doing?
With the with the Antijitos, I'm not really so much of a vinegar fan in it, although everybody's different.
Sure.
Most people like a vinegar based and are used to a vinegar based.
So is it red vinegar based or is it not?
I'm gonna say that there's got to be a little bit of vinegar in their salsas.
You know what?
Let's find out, because it might just be all water based.
That's their green.
Green does have, I can taste some pickling in there. Let me taste the red. A lot less pickling, but there's definitely vinegar in both.
I'm going to tell you this. This is not the same. It's not. Bacon, also, biggest pet peeve over here, bacon's got to be crispy for me every time. I've had places that had chewy bacon. That's friggin' terrible. This, perfectly crispy. The potatoes are not overdone. Okay. I mean, this is, wow. It's not even this.
I'm glad you're enjoying this, you know?
It's not even the same.
I'm glad he's enjoying it. I've been waiting for this.
This is some bullshit.
So we're going to try vinegar base, and this vinegar base is just regular tapatio. Now, it's just not for me. for me, I need something that is non-vinegar based. It's got more flavor to it. It adds and works with the fat that's in it.
I will say this, looking at this, what's great about this, I'm going for the Antijitos now. I'm actually going to slap this avocado right on top. Just the, like I said, just the overall presentation is so much, it looks juicy. That also being said, that cheese being mixed in there, I'm actually having a salivation experience in the middle of eating, so it's kind of, that's heavy. I'm going to take a bite. Okay.
See what I mean by it's a whole mix.
That's outstanding.
You can't
I've never
you can't define one thing in there.
I think I had this once, but I didn't remember it. Did I tell you that's outstanding? That's outstanding.
Now
So the Antijitos right now, just flash review, the Antojito style is better than the American style, and perhaps more of what you'd be looking for here. This is their expression, I would think. I bet you this is their expression of a burrito. I like it.
Yes. Yeah, my hot sauce on there. Oh my gosh. Day and night.
Wow. They did it, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna actually switch up burritos here myself.
They got soft. They got both soft, like a medium cook,
Yeah.
and a crispy in that. They got the cheese throughout. This does sound weird, but the beans almost bring like even a mushroom vibe. Kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah. There's definitely some umami in there.
Right.
Yeah.
You're right.
And I'm gonna go with the Americano. No salsa.
Holy shit.
So the first bite I took of this, you can see that everything is separated.
Right.
So you will get those distinguished flavors as you're eating this type of Americano, as opposed to the Antijitos. Again, as Eric said, I absolutely love the crispy potatoes. You don't see that anywhere. You don't get that anywhere. That's why this place was such a wow factor for me after I ate the first burrito. Let's go for a mid bite.
Wow. I will say this: their pico here is also outstanding. It is in both burritos. That is a signature taste. Is that pico that they put in both? So good.
I do like it. And then we'll go for an outer base, which would be the egg and just the potato. And there's that crunch. Oh man.
Wow, holy shit.
Now this burrito here, we're gonna go with some hot sauces. I will say it is dry enough that for me, vinegar based does work. It's nice. It wets things up a little bit. The cheese. I really do wish the cheese was melted.
Yeah.
It's a little weird to have a hot side and a cold side of the burrito, but it's not out of the realm of possibilities and awesomeness.
What it is, right?
Yeah.
It's a hot side.
It's a hot and cold side.
As I'll say, the one thing I noticed is in the American, the pico is cold as well. Right. So that's it. It's a hot side and a cold side.
Yeah. Yeah, the vinegar base definitely on this elevates this.
Drop that on for my final bite.
All right, he's gonna go for a little disaster here.
Here's the joke: is I totally thought I was just gonna eat half a burrito. I've now had 2 halves. C'est la vie diet.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit, that's good salsa.
I've been making it for 10 years, and I am very happy with it.
I've never had that. That's good. Yeah.
So, help me come up with a name with it. It's a habanero-based sriracha, and it needs a name. It needs a home.
Nice. I'm gonna repack our plushie here. These are outstandingly good burritos. And was I hungry?
Now, my hot sauce on both of these sides works very well as well. I'm sure if you ordered the sausage version of this, or the chorizo version, there's a lot more grease. I think my hot sauce would complement that a lot more by smoothing all that grease out and giving it some really rich, bold flavor. But I'm happy with just eating it by itself.
I'm returned to the conversation around consistency. What's going to be interesting is
try their red. I've actually never had their red.
You've never had the red, really?
Mm-mm.
That's what I had before.
It's a lot of water. I don't really get the flavor of it as I did when I
Yours
just
is so
fork a
much
little.
stronger. Yours is stronger though. That's why.
But maybe my palate's a little off right now too.
Yours is stronger. That's why.
So let's go with a little green. Mm.
Is it just the classic green?
It's a classic green. Again, a lot of it gets hidden within the burrito.
Sure.
And then my last bite is always going to be my sauce. Mm.
So I will say this. Just second, third, fifth impression now. And I think I did discuss this before in the past, but I'll just reiterate. I think
I'm going for the other half too.
Yeah, keep it going. I've already inhaled mine. I think that there's a consistency situation at all these places. Today, these are good. I would say that the Antijitos style is outstanding. That is just an outstanding.
It is, and I'm really glad that I didn't have to fork and knife this. I watched somebody manhandle this thing, and the first time I had it, I was way too afraid. I had to use the fork and knife that was given to me. I saw it manhandled, and I attempted, and I succeeded.
No,
it can be manhandled.
I'm always going to manhandle, even some of the gnarly or huge burritos that are out there. I'm going to manhandle.
Well, when and if we get to bread and breakfast, we're going to talk about manhandling.
That's a manhandle, right? Cafecito is a manhandle as well. The two biggest in the past were those two. These are excellent. Look, to be fair, I would still recommend the American style, but in the space of having both available, you really should be having the Antojito. It's outside of what I was focusing on, but I'm okay with that, and that's what we're going to do. Because perhaps that's what I was missing before, is an acceptance of their artistic push. I was absolutely judging.
Spicy.
Yeah, that's spicy, but not bad spicy. There's bad spicy, where it's just spicy. Anyways, I was judging, and to be fair, still judge, through that classic breakfast burrito lens, which is eggs, a meat, a cheese, a hash brown, and then it's going to be the style of hash browns. Is it like a regular hash browns? Is it tater tots? Some places use, like for a while there, whatchamacallit, Base Camp used tater tots, which is excellent. Because it gives you
I haven't had the burritos either.
Well, we're going to have that. Yeah, that one's they do that thing where they crisp the outside, as does that coffee place over there. I'll remember the name in a minute.
Gone. Just gone.
Gone, like my diet. So there we go.
Oh,
all right. So
I love this place. I'm sorry, it's still on top on the top of my list.
Yeah, and that's good. I actually, if the burritos were this every time, this place is 100% a recommend for me. 100%.
As somebody who's probably had about 30 burritos from here, I will say the consistency minus the cheese.
So that's the only issue you've had?
Yeah, I do enjoy the Americano a lot more when it is melted.
So your argument is to move the cheese over to the hot side?
Well, maybe before you fold it, put it under the broiler just for a second. Let that melt a little bit. I do like the cold pico de gallo though.
Right.
Instead of being room temperature, it's cold. It's not really a flavor as it is an emotion, literally in your mouth. Because you're not used to eating a hot and a cold item, and then when you do get that, you're like, is that right? Yes, it is right.
Maybe that was also the other issue, is that I'd taken this and stuck it in my car, driven 24 minutes, 25 minutes to work, and then when I had to eat it, and I didn't get that benefit, the benefit, which is where you get here. And that's, I think, going to be the other interesting thing, is by eating it here,
yeah,
I'm probably going to have a different experience.
I think you will. I mean, it is nice to know whether or not a burrito can travel. I mean, because let's be honest, you know, most people have it delivered nowadays.
Screw it. We're just going to eat it here.
I have had this burrito traveled, not very far, but it definitely held up every time that it was ordered and delivered. But 20 minutes, I can't say that I've ever gone that far. So I have no basis on that.
So this is it. First one done.
First one down.
We're going to go to Larry's next time. And
never had it. I think that's, I'm telling you, I think this is going to be my key phrase. Never had it.
I've never had the Larry's.
I've never had the Larry's.
That's shocking. I'm shocked. But I appreciate everybody taking a look at this. We're going to be doing these reviews every weekend, every other weekend, based on our availability, but at least a couple times a month. And I hope everybody enjoyed this, and thanks so much for taking a look.
Let me know if there's anything that you think that we have missed within the ordering process or the eating process. Should we have tried anything else? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for joining.